Dude, it's too much weight. Too much weight, man. I mean, this is it. Back to a slang. Ma'am? I don't know if anyone can hear that. Probably not. Probably too violent. Ma'am?
Why do I keep saying ma'am? It's just funny. It's funny, like Indianism. Little funny Indiaism. Oh, look at this. Gained a new follower. Like, I know, I streamed for ages today. So I'm not playing Bleach. I know, that's a good point. Probably should change this, shouldn't I? Ma'am? Yeah. It should be something different, I mean. Ma'am? Just doing a little check, you know. Islam Iat 001. Isn't that like peace be with you or something? Sounds a little sus to me, Holmes. Sounds like someone might be using a bit of the old taquillo. You know what that is? The old taquillo. Ma'am? So as you can see, I've got like a brand new spanking band. It obviously doesn't work very well in the um, context of this because you can't see, but it does say Merry Christmas. I'm not going to be holding any of my punches and calling it Happy Holidays because that would be ridiculous. Let's see if people are angry at me. Whoa. What's happening here? Okay. Alright, let's see. Ma'am. So Nicholas Duro, man, he's just dropped a slamming new hit. And like, you know me, I'm like a rat up a drain pipe. I mean, I don't know how long I'll do this. I don't think I should be like doing this. I want to eat dinner. But I did have a little bit of a soliloquy just because I hadn't been on for a while. Whoa, ranked. Shallowed. I could actually only cringe like how like the online probably is. I've never done it. I didn't only want to do it. And people will say like that's just really show, but I just don't care. I don't give a fuck, mate. Why you need to see me fight a real person? He'll just cheese the game and just do whatever, dude. You can watch Cuffums do that. He'll be like, ow, N-word. I can't. I better not pretend to be Cuffums. This is how I get into a role.
And I am happy to announce to all of our great surprise, we were able to find an amicable solution and settlement. While I have nothing to show you at the moment, there will be something forthcoming. Hopefully, I believe during the transmission of the show that we'll be able to view together.
Dope, man. This music's just ripping it. I mean, maybe I should get some sick music. Dum, 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 tss, tss, dum, dum, tss, dum, 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 tss. Welcome back to Inputs Podcast. Dum, dum, tss, dum, 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 tss, tss, dum. All my ADHD fans are like, this is so cool. Dope. Oh, is he even a good character? Fine. Oopsie doodles.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. I think the first thing that we need to talk about right now, which this needed to be a main subject thing, is that Anissa Jomha not only paid Ethan $1,000 that is now his own money.
Yeah, I mean, that is legitimately really funny. I wonder if they talk. But yeah, that is like really funny because like the stupid like pity train just donated. It's just like apparent that they were right. There was just there's some weird narcissism of these women who they just really think that they're going to be able to beat like. I know that they have been taught all their life that the courts are like they're going to be in favor of women, and that I'm sorry to say that this applies. Yeah, if you're just like a normal bumpkin, like some dude who probably doesn't have very much money. Like someone like me, I'll get taken to the cleaners if I can't afford like good legal cover. Yeah, I'll probably just get destroyed, even if like they didn't have like, legal cover either, because it'll probably just end up being they'll just say like because you're a man. But Ethan's like, well, he's Jewish, so I think that's a demographic. Sorry, a minority in himself. Um, it's actually less Jewish people than there are even like white people. I think it's like he's one of the most. But then he's also rich, so it was just stupid. Because I know, like, yeah, you get like lawyers that will probably just lie to you, and they're like, so for example, if you're really, really rich, like someone like Ethan, he'll have a lawyer on like retainer, and he'll have that lawyer just constantly just always like running in the background. Hey, I'll get some advice because that's literally like kind of what he's been doing. They all gave him like 10 grand a month or something probably. This probably is something really horrible because his job will be like. Well, sorry, especially now that he's in actual litigation, it'll be probably even more than that. But like I say, he has that fuck you money. He's got that, and that's a lot of the whole point of like I suppose, American law is it is like attrition. It's just trying to like bleed them out, and then trying to get them to like settle out of desperation, and then you can kind of really milk them dry. Because their fallacy, so their idea being like you wouldn't want to continue going because it's going to cost you money, isn't it? But actually, the joke, sorry, the thing is that at that point, if they're probably willing to settle, you've got to think in your head that probably means they know that if they went into court, they'll probably lose. So it's like actually, if you just stuck it out, which Ethan could do, he could just say, "Oh, I don't accept your settlement." So we're going to go to court, and then she gets chewed out of court, and then she's going to still have to pay her fees, and then if they lose, respectively, she has to pay for their stuff as well. And I don't know if that's part of the deal from the settlement. I assume it would be, because I wouldn't be very happy doing a settlement if I still knew, like, fine, you got, like, however much the fucking GoFundMe was, but then I still got to, like, pay, like, 60 grand to my, like, do you see what I mean? I'm not sure how that worked. Cause it just sounded like he got the kitty of ever how much it was, but potentially, I'm not sure. Because I've gone to the court, and I know how expensive it can cost, but maybe it didn't cost as much as that, because were actually, like, there's obviously filings that have happened back and forth, but I don't think justifiably that would have been, like, more than 30 or however much was in that GoFundMe. Because it starts to get really expensive when it's like you actually are in court, because then you've got to hire your barrister. Sorry, you'll have a lawyer, and then you have to get a barrister as well. Or I don't know how it works in America, to be fair. In the UK, that's how it works. It's like your lawyer actually might not be able to, in theory, like represent you in court. So it's like you have someone different. You've got a barrister who's like just doing that for you. Your lawyer just gives you advice, and it's like, but they're not actually equipped. I know it's weird. I actually didn't realize that. I don't know if that was just me being stupid from like watching too much American TV, where you just sort of think like but I think that's just something that you get. You're paying for legal advice, and then as you're like approaching the court date, they sort of say to you, they're like, "So who's your barrister?" And you're like, "So I thought you were going to go to court." Like, no, I don't do that. You got to pay like £2,500 dollars for some fucker to just come up and, well, I say that, but like it depends on what they're doing. For what I had them for, I probably think it was a waste of money, because like some of like the sessions that we had were like so short, and they just did nothing, and I was just livid. I was like, you haven't earned your money, but you have to pay them. But that's just, again, it's like this is the scam that these guys have. It's like you just get like some stupid degree in profession, and then it's like you just feel like because you've been given that title, you're just able to just charge whatever you want, because there are laws that just have put these people in. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like it becomes this like broken monopoly of like they can just charge whatever, because what's their argument? Like you can't, in some courts you can't even represent yourself. There's like they got to a point in my like legal courts where they actually said like, and again I was like thinking, what the fuck would I have done if I was just a single bloke? Sorry, if I had no money. But they actually said that. They said because the allegations were against me, like my ex had made, which were all like absolutely just fictitious and made up. I wasn't able to represent myself, and it's like an absolute bullshit. It's just like, oh, brilliant. It's just a way that you have to like get money sucked off of that. Yeah, well, yeah, I could have used that money to get sucked off, but sucked out.
Donating it to Casey Tron. She also did this for her birthday present. Anissa Jomha, on her own birthday, donated $1,000 to Casey Tron and asked for
It's a pretty cool guy. Talks about aliens and not anything afraid. Or I can't remember what that is. Oh, did he say so? Ooh.
Hands to donate more money to Casey.
Yeah, I mean, it was a sinking ship. It was.
Either in the hands of lawyers or in Ethan Klein's pocket. That's
Ooh,
fucking
dope.
hilarious. So for my birthday, I want to make my fans like have less money.
Whoa.
Less money. I want my husband
Making
to
Frieza look like a dope sucker.
I want to spend more money than him. That's going straight to
Ooh.
this is actually
He is sick.
This is so ridiculous. This might be one of the funniest things that has ever happened.
Like in Fighter Zero, he was like one of my favorite characters. Or Fighter Zero. Oh shit.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, what hit?
Snark meltdown was so delicious last year. I set out to cover that for
So good.
maybe 10, 12 minutes. You guys know I always read the Reddit threads. I could not stop reading.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick does just use Reddit to like stroke his ego, because he's pretty like on X. Well, you get a lot of Indians on X, but anyway, I think like his reputation is kind of like a bit soured on there because the people just know he's like a loser who just. And this is the thing, it's like he'll probably use more like leftist platforms because he knows like those are the ones that are like, oh, like, oh, no cyberbullying allowed, and don't worry, we'll put loads of mods on your team so like we'll make sure that no one bad says anything, but so you can just like, you can be professional and just act like the hard man on the internet, but if anybody tries to say anything about it, oh, don't you worry, well, how dare they? And they have to be Indian, and this is why they have to be Indian, because the ESAT system applies to them. And you're like, well, why does that mean input? So if you remember, the ESAT system is essentially the Indian system where it's like, if they're part of a group and that group gets like offended, they're all part of the same, like, it's the same ESAT is what it's called. So that's why, like, you get these fans where sometimes they will just, like, I don't know, bootlick for, like, random E-celebrities. And you just think it's probably some Indian guy, or some Middle Eastern guy, because they have a word for it as well, called Iman or something. So it's like, if you offend him... So I guess it's like white people probably do to say... to some extent, in the sense of, like, if... That's not going to do anything, is it? Oh, it just does the damage. That's sick. Yeah, I mean, the hits are fucking beast with like these big guys. Oh, fine. Yeah. So it's like if it's, you know, it's like if you're a football fan and maybe like you're not like particularly smart. Because if you're smart, you probably just wouldn't care if someone's like has a different opinion as you. Because whatever, who cares? Yeah, if they like, if you went to like some West Ham fan and you just said like West Ham shit, like they would get really. There's some people would get like a bit offended by that because it's like you're offending like something they like. So you feel like a sort of duty of like wanting to like pretend, you know, stick up for it because it's something you like, and you know you might have like a certain pride towards it, for example, and you enjoy it. So like imagine that, but then times that by like, I guess like 100 for like Indians and like Muslim people who use ESAT and Iman. And it's like essentially it's like imagine like, so if someone said like I hate West Ham, that would be like these people would have like in their brain they'd have full reign to use any method possible to basically restore honor to like what you've said. So that could be lying, that could be doxing, that could be making like death threats, anything. That the whole point is just, it's just whoever concedes loses their like social score. So when Western people, like Christian nations, they speak to these like, you know, Indians, This is what we're noticing, is that they just freak out for like the smallest thing, and we kind of like joke and we sort of see it as like a bit of a meme, but there are dangerous consequences of it, which we're starting to see now when it's like, oh shit, these guys are in professions and or in political parties, and they're just being like, they're just being racist. I'm just gonna call it, you know what it is. They're just being racist. They're just being anti-white, giving positions to Indians, and the reason they do it is because they see it as if they give positions to other Indians, they bring other Indians into their ESAT, so it improves it, and then also that Indian, they like become like a bit of a slave because they owe them ESAT. So, but they know if they do it to a white person, that's not going to happen. The white person doesn't believe in that, and if the boss starts to like, you know, speak down to them, they're going to probably complain, aren't they? They're going to be like, they're going to get HR involved. Or Hit just fucking owned them all.
I looked at this when I posted the VOD today. That segment was.
But yeah, anyway, so those are the best people to have as your mods, because those are the guys who'll get really angry, like, and they'll block you, and they'll be like, if Nicholas Dior has like an Indian mod, if some white guy says I fucking hate Nicholas Dior, I think he's a big fat freak. I guess most people would just leave that, and you just think, oh well, who cares? Everyone can say what you want. But they wouldn't. They would like probably like block you and maybe even go a bit further and try and report you and try and like, because that's how you win. That's how the ESAT wins. It's why they throw like the trash on the floor. Because to them, it's like they're not, their ESAT is too high for them to do that. And if it disappears, their ESAT like it doesn't impact them. It's all very much like a short-term fix for everything. And that's what we're noticing, is that we're at that sort of stage now where we're like starting to figure it out, because before we were just letting all these like H-1B visas in, and everyone was being lied to, because all the tech companies are just being like, the Indians are just coming in and saying like they can do everything because it's part of the ESA. It's just it's not about merit or integrity. It's just getting the job or getting whatever, no matter what. Lying doesn't matter. So we had all these like tech bros who just like lied and just said they can probably do all the coding, and they can't. They all just like get hired because they've just lied, and then they'll have like fake testimonials, and they'll just be like their friends who pretend to be like their bosses. And be, oh yes, Sanjay did work with us, very good he was, and just yeah, bullshit. And this is just what we learned, and now we're starting to notice it, because all these big companies are starting to fall, because you can't lie like that forever. Eventually, you'll mess up as a doctor, or you're gonna like do something really dangerous, crash a plane or something, and people are gonna like all these like fucking truck crashes. Because to them, it's basically like their life is just fake it till you make it. It's like that is basically like India. It's just fake it till you make it. The whole point is to keep their reputation, just to like just to be perfect. And if anyone tries to discredit or chip your credit or reputation, that's a mass, like and I've worked with Indians, like I've had bosses who were like Pakistani and Indian, and it explains like why they'll just freak out at you and they'll yell at you in front of everyone in the office, because they just don't have shame. It's like they don't have it. They don't understand what that is.
30 fucking minutes long of me just reading all of the posts on the snark on the thing or whatever. I want to put more snark in my streams now. It sounds fucking crazy, right? I want to put more snark in my streams now because these fucking threads are so funny. So I've added a couple more snark threads to my
In the
streams,
garden of Eden,
because I think that, like, a lot of people might find them enjoyable, and maybe they don't really navigate on their own there. H3 react. I saw that H3 reacted. I probably won't show that on my stream, because it's just kind of reacting to someone reacting to me. But yeah, that was actually pretty cool too. So yeah, Anissa, for her own birthday, paid Ethan $1,000, competing for the title of Queen of Self-Owns. Ian could have eaten Denny's 50 times for that amount of money. Anissa and Ian...
Stoic. Oops. So he gets the sword from. Well, they could fuse. I've never seen a computer do that. I don't think they can. Yeah, I think it's too fucked because again, the Indians just lied, so they can do it. Play shit. In the garden of Eden, honey. Da, 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 da. Accidentally went on transcript. So who's? I just love the idea that someone's just like deaf. They just love Nicholas Oreo so much. They just want to read the transcript. It's like you can't. Like that's the thing. It's like obviously I'm just not as funny as Wheeze. I can obviously I can live with that. But I would say I've got more stimulation stuff going on my screen because you got me and you can actually lip read me. I know it's a little small, but I'm sure if you had this on a big TV, you could. And then you got me playing the game as well. Like I don't have the little wiggler, fine, but I'm the little wiggler. Look, so. And look at the effort I've gone to. Like, how do we know? Nick's probably not done this. He's a single bloke. He's not gonna. Why would he have this? Well, I've got kids, so it makes sense. But he doesn't. He's not gonna bother with any of this, is he?
We had the same birthday, so it was a birthday gift for both her.
He probably thinks Christmas is for the gays.
Wow. Sorry, Anissa and Ethan. So on Ethan's birthday, Anissa
Or just likes the food.
That's so
Oh,
nice.
silly talks.
Plus,
I can tell you're quite skilled with that blade.
It's the two of them, is it?
It'd be my honor to fight.
It's very cool.
unfortunately, the Kaya shock happening on October 7th. Wait, what? What is that?
Whoa.
It's June 25th.
Oh, he just
Oh,
fucking
so it happened the
decked
same
his
day.
master.
Yeah, got it. That's a whole lot of snake chips.
Whoa. Oh, I don't remember that.
I hate when people write y'all and then you all in the same.
Y'all? Yeah, probably black. That. What the hell was that? It just does like mega. Wow, okay. It's called Brave Cannon, even though it's like. Oh. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, I'm getting made into an idiot.
Sentence. For my birthday, I would like everyone who can't afford to go, or who can afford to donate to Casey Tron's GoFundMe for.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ever do
What is
that.
this one?
Like, I'll be honest with you. There's like only like a one person I ever donate to, Not even necessarily just because, like, well, money is always a bit tight, but like, for me, I just always feel like what is kind of the point, if you know what I mean? Because if they're big enough where like you feel like you need to, do you see what I'm saying? It's like if you're gonna donate like moist critical fucking Asmongold, like why? What? And I think they've even said that there's no point. But they just see what I'm saying. But these are the people who are just getting all the views anyway. So it's just that's why I just feel like you should probably only ever. They probably should just turn off streaming and just like donations and stuff once you get to a certain size. But they won't do that because they know like idiots just love to. I don't know. I've always said that it's like you're happy to throw out thousands for like your favorite entertainer or your favorite celebrity because they make you happy, but you're not doing the same. Do you know what I mean? For like I don't know the people who are like farmers who are making the food for you and like the fucking police who are like keeping you safe in the military and stuff, and you'd be like, why you pay taxes for that? But it's not like based on like a just I just want to pay like £500 to go dollars or to go watch some fuckwit sing a concert. I'm actually starting to get. Why is this so difficult? What is the taboo?
So you know how important this is to me. Thank you in advance. Love you.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm just fighting him as a kid.
Birthday wishes. Oh my God, dude, that is fucking ludicrous. Billy Mitchell chimed in. These are still funny to me. I don't know about you, but I think when Billy Mitchell just chimes into a random YouTube drama, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, again, he plays it off, but he has got like a fucking weird bias with the Billy Mitchell. Not that I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but I'm just saying it's like he's like it is just interesting. Everyone's aware that he does like do business with Billy Mitchell, and like I think they're in cahoots with like the hot sauce. Oh, you remember when Kid Trunks beat the fuck out of Tato, and I don't.
I found the Casey Tron apology video.
Oh, Jesus! I didn't actually think I'd have it.
Received a generous deal. Really, that's actually totally accurate. People got so fucking mad at me because I quote tweeted. To be clear, it was just to be a dick.
Well, how did that feel?
Most of what I post on here is just to be a dick. She's been forced to.
Yeah, again, and this is what I don't like. Is like he always brags about how Billy Big Bollocks he is on X when he's like, oh, I roasted this motherfucker. But he's blocked me. He blocks anyone who like he's like, and this is what I don't like about him is like the whole like his Nicholas Diori shtick is he's like he's happy to like I suppose bully those who are like I suppose below him. But then it's like this is why I always think sometimes when you just deal with people like this, always think of them as a kid and they probably haven't changed very much from like how they would have been. He would have been like the little fat kid in high school who, you know, he probably was like he was probably like because he is a bit of a nerd, so he would have been like really popular with like the sort of the more nerdy kids. But there would have been like an echelon of like jocks, like people like me, who he would have been like a bit embarrassed and intimidated by because they would be like the ones who would be like the more sporty ones who probably did like bully him a little bit. And I don't know, I just feel like there's sometimes I meet like a certain type of guy, and it's like on X I've got like I'm no one. I'm a no one. So just to even think that like that would trigger him, like someone like me would just even trigger. And I've got my face like on there on wide display. So you don't know. It just makes you think like, I actually didn't know how that was gonna go.
Hostage video so her family can eat.
No, Tech Zone did the same.
Reacting to this content, she did nothing wrong talking shit.
Well, he must have like had to have gone into like his videos and seen like me potentially just forwarded like one of his things. And I get like on average, I'm not even joking, because I'm a straight white man. I get like I don't know, I'd be lucky to get like 50 views on like on a post if I have it. I just think I've just generally been like completely rammed by the algorithm. I know people can say it's a skill issue, but it's just not. Just generally like my account has just been flagged by something. It just seems to be like I think it's been stipulated that I can't be searched for or something, and I'm like, well, I don't know why. Probably because an Indian guy or a black man or a woman has decided like I've gone out of line. So like, Indian people are never going to be racist to you. It's like, of course they're not, because they know how to play the game. Oh yeah, take this.
See you. We hear you. This is bullshit. Yeah, I just fucking quote tweeted. I'm like, nah, dude. She deserves worse.
Just gonna kill my
She
my
does,
dad
she
from another.
does. I'm sorry. Fuck Casey Tron. This is a safe space to hate. Don't go and fucking bother anybody about it. But bro, fuck Casey Tron.
Yeah, watch out, Nick will block you.
No love lost there. Holy fuck, dude. Okay, Willie Mack Show put out a statement. I actually haven't read
Garlic
it. I'm interested
rain.
to hear what his takeaway was.
That move is always like the shittest of all moves. I'm just gonna keep using LMV there. There you
He
go.
wanted praise from the public, but did not want to risk a dime. Classic Hassan. Ethan is getting all the GoFundMe money. Yo! Thank you so much. That's probably not going to play for a little while.
Why not?
Shout out to the British for being the first wave of PhD. Shout out to Battlefield 6 and Zootopia 2. Thank you very much, Mr. Nintendo.
I always do the possible. I forgot what that guy was. Reggie or someone. Just some. I'll put him in like the archetype as just loud black man, which is it's very popular with us, like about 14% of the US. Like, very popular. Usually it's just because black man is famous, therefore let's just put all of our effort into making sure he will become famous, because this is how we vote. It's black people are like, if you look, it's like when you look at like racial like statuses and like bias, it's like black people, if you ask them like how important is you being black part of your like existence, it's like black people's like the top. There's so it's just part of, and it's just true when you speak to them, is that they're always like talking about racism, this, slavery, that, whereas like white people, it's like we just don't really think about it that much. We're only thinking about when people keep if people are just being like I guess racist to white people, then we're thinking about it. But in general, like when white people are just moving around day to day, we're not going around being like trying to be triggered by things. If people are being racist to us, we're just more like confused. We're like, what's happening here? What have we done wrong? Oh, that was very close.
Honestly, what a piece of shit. He encouraged to take this legal battle, pushed the narrative that Ethan was legally in the wrong, and then left her out to dry while he placed bets on horse racing in China. Socialism is when Hassan does nothing and Ethan sues Casey Tron into oblivion. Hassan is on stream demonizing Ethan for going after Casey Tron, completely ignoring the part where she called out Hassan for not helping her. He's pathetic. Hassan's Twitter community is coping by saying it was really smart of him to let Casey financially struggle and have her concede that everything she ever said about Ethan was wrong. I don't know. It looks like Hassan was smart enough not to give Ethan Pedo Troll Klein a set.
Well, that's just going to be that. But then, I'll reveal some of my smart guy tricks for you. But that's just kind of the sort of thing you can do. Is if like a psychic like asks you a question, or tries to predict something, and then something happens, they can just say, "Oh, that was always part of my plan." You see what I mean? So that's sort of like the Eisen effect, where it's just like everything was always part of the plan. Like, oh yeah, well I wanted that to happen, and it's just like you can use that sometimes if you say it confidently enough and intimidating enough. You can basically just psych them out. But then it's just like it is like that with when you like watch Eisen, where you just sometimes think he probably is just bullshitting with them maybe a little bit, where he's just sort of like he's accepted what has happened, and now he's had time to kind of think about how he could retcon that to be in it like something he did. He's like, "Oh, didn't you think it's very convenient, Ishiko, that you were just so happened to be able to save all your friends in this particular moment? Well, that was because I sent a specific hollow to go fight you on that specific day to test you." It's stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's like that might not have just been the case. It could just be he's just saying that to just get under his skin. But you just also, in the back of your mind, you think, actually, Eisen probably could do something like that. And that's why, because he's saying it so confidently. And that's what you got to be so careful about. It's just you come across a lot of people, and you just got to you have to just not be afraid to challenge them. Just don't take people on word value. Right, and that could have been probably like what Ishiko might have been able to have done. It's like break Eisen. If you just did say that, he could have just said, "I don't believe you. I just think you're just making this up to kind of like fit the narrative that you're a puppet master." And if he said that, Eisen might have again just been like, huh, of course someone like you would say something like that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just that you can just easily just, or he'd be like, show me the proof. He's like, I don't have to show my proof to any insects like you. Just something like that, man. It's just be really like dismissive of it. Because even today, Alex Rosen, who's the guy I said this yesterday, did the EDP catch. Well, obviously he's getting a lot of flack because remember I just explained that to you. Well, again, he put out a very, and he's just telling the truth. And it was something I always noticed. I noticed that when I was watching his catches, he did always ask us very frankly, can you tell like what race they were? And I always noticed that was a very interesting question that they said. And they would never say it because they knew, well, if they actually admitted it, they would probably like, it shows that they were like aware enough of it and they can't like feign like they just glance at it. You see what I mean? So most of the time, they don't say anything. But he then admitted that like afterwards that yeah, like, the vast majority of times they find out it's being made in India or the people are Indian or Pakistani, Bangladesh, any of those like their places. South Asians or whatever you call them. And then it makes sense because, for example, 150 million child marriages, I think, have occurred in like India and very recently. It's just like the highest by far. So you've got all of that, and then you've got like basically all these Indians who then they've all got smartphones, haven't they? So they're all gonna just like consummate the marriage or whatever, and they're gonna force this like. I'm not even gonna go, but you see what I'm saying? Like, why is that such a hard thing to fathom that they could do? Because I actually said it probably wouldn't be Muslims, because Muslims, I think the past they have is that it's haram for them to do like porn, which is why you don't really see very many like Muslim OF stars. Do you see what I'm saying? So that was like actually something where I was like, okay, well that. But then someone did mention that actually like a large. There was statistics to back it up, or again, whatever. A lot of it does get made in the Middle East, but that's very vague what that actually means because there's a lot of countries there, and not all of them are Muslim. But I think it's a bit different because I know that in like Afghanistan, for example, they do like rituals where, and they say in Pakistan as well, like it's very common that the men just sleep with like little boys, and I think stuff like that is being shown around a lot as well. And it's also a lot of like animal stuff. A lot of animal stuff, especially with dogs, is coming from again like that sort of South Asia. It's really deplorable. It's not good. It's just they're really, really. We've been really lied to, unfortunately, about how like they operate. It's just, especially for me, I didn't really even think about or know about this really until like probably actually before I was like I think it wasn't until like around September or so I was like starting to really then look into like what's going on with the Indians because they were always on my radar a little bit, and I didn't really have any problem with it. But then it was like once I started to like hear about like their reaction to things like the H-1B visas and their kind of just general ethos of understanding that the citizens there don't really want them there, but they've just got like this vendetta that they're just gonna. And again, remember this is all the EZET stuff. They have this like almost just like vendetta where they're just like, we don't care, we're just gonna come in. And I just think like that you're an invader then. If like you just hear a general consensus that every single person says that native says they don't want you here, but you're gonna go there reluctantly, like you're just Firstly, like you're just gonna ruin. You're just openly accepting you're choosing to go somewhere which is gonna be unhospitable, but they will do it because they want to basically just like use the Western's laws of like racism against, so they can like probably sue and take out some. And again, that's just out of that's just out of like vendetta. It's not like again. It's like black people would secretly just love to just be able to sue every single white person in America, and they'd be perfectly fine with just like all white people go to prison for racism, and they would all just be like they'd just take over because they just sued it. Like they would be fine with that. If that was actually like an option to, they would of course they'd say yeah. They'd be like yeah, and they'd all like agree that was like fine and that made sense. They would agree that like they should all just like all white people should just go to prison because we did slavery or whatever, even though like only like a percentage of the Americans benefited from it. And then, if all white people have said the N word, even though there's more white people, they would still like use that, and you could argue, well, at that point, is it even like a minority thing? Is because you got like what's 80, almost like 85% of the. Well, I don't know because it's like Mexicans as well. I don't know. 60%. It's probably a worrying actually how little, because this is why the Democrats have almost got the swing. Because there isn't actually like as much white people as you think in America. Because this is it. This is what the Democrats did. This is what the Democrats think. What the Democrats think. Alright, let's do it. This is what the Democrats think. The Democrats think. Let me think. He is terrifying, Brody, isn't he? He's like a very imposing enemy. I think the guy who drew him did say that they just based him off the Hulk, and I was like, yeah, I mean, he does, isn't he? He's like, he's unfathomably big. Like, basically, I know it sounds really stupid, but like, again, like, I just don't think it was like well known. But, like when I was like young, I used to be like athletic, and I used to remember just sort of like I think I was like suckered into that because there was in the 2000s there was like a real 2010s, yeah, 2000, late 2000s, 2010s. I feel like men and just sort of selling this like psyops and pseudo science about how every dude could basically just look like Broly. I mean, I'm just trying to simplify it for you, but like this is like before we knew that essentially like every single wrestler openly admits to sort of taking like, or the old school wrestlers anyway. Like probably not now. I'm not going to say that, but like the old school wrestlers all basically just openly admitted, yeah, they were just using like steroids and stuff because like they just knew it was like entertainment. So it's like they're not actually competing. And like people like Arnie and like all the other like huge like really fucking jacked dudes, they all probably they juiced it. They just juiced it because it's just absolutely impossible to really get that big. I think there's like a certain type of scale of size. Like I don't think your frame could look like Broly's actually, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Because he like looks almost too perfect. Because in the sense that I just think that it's well, also sorry, how big is he? How fucking tall is he? So yeah, if you could find like some white Caucasian dude he is probably so tall. He's got to be like, I think he's like 8 foot. He's got like this weird manga sort of thing where it's like, so no guy, he's gonna look probably like maybe 6 foot, 6'6". They just don't look right when they sort of get to that bit size. They won't be like that. their legs would probably be, well, I don't know. But it's just, you just can't get to that size just through just exercise and drinking like some shitty like whey powder. That was the biggest like psyops was like using I guess these like unrealistic male standards, body perfection standards, to get like guys like me to like sucker in. But I remember doing it. I bought like I never spent loads of it on it because I always, even then, I still thought it was like a bit of a chip. So I always like bought just like I remember going into like Holland and Barrett's. That's like the chain in the UK. It's like it was a bit more incestuous back then because like they don't do it so much now, which is good. But back then, you'd always get like some really clingy, like annoying, like saleswoman because it's like they probably got commission back then or something. And they'd always like try and sucker you into it. But anyway, I went in there and I just bought like the smallest like tub of like this grape flavored fucking like protein drink. It tastes like asshole, and I think that's also the humiliation ritual. It's like they just are. It's probably that they're just selling you like paint dust. Oh, it's like crushed bugs or something. Yeah, it's just protein powder. It's probably just crushed insects, and they just like have just turned it into like some kind of like chemical so they can just like mask it, so that they don't have to put like locusts on like this. And you're saying like that sounds really just fucked up input, but there's some really. I'm telling you that I've learned very recently that being a straight white man, I'm hated by so much of the world. Like, I could probably like there's probably not many countries who don't want me dead. Like me being dead is on a lot of people's list. Just not even like me as a person. It's just what I represent. Like that's the sad reality. I know I'm like super privileged, and I don't give a fuck. I'm not ashamed of that. Have Merry Christmas, everyone. Are you enjoying all these stuff that my ancestors invented for you? Thomas Edison, oh, he was white, and you're going, well, he's American. Well, guess where the Americans came from, asshole? Guess who they fought independence from? So yeah, they are all part of us. That's the thing. I hate all this bullshit. What about the Europeans? Yeah, well, guess what? Guess what? The Romans had a massive input. They went everywhere, man. What, you think we haven't got aqueducts here? You think we haven't got castles and fucking Viking shit and like Roman coins and stuff? Yeah, we find them all the time.
Also, it's obvious his apology.
Like I've got a church in my like city which is older, much older than like it's about 700 years older. It's like I think it was literally built in like the 9th century. So the oldest church it's tight. It's really small, but it still functions. And that's like, yeah, it's like 900 years before fucking America. Like, when is America? It was like 1776 or something.
Was written by Ethan, and she's forced to read it as part of their settlement. Here's the reality of this. I see people saying a couple of different things, and listen, Hassan doesn't owe any of these people money. Just because somebody watches your content that you barely interact with and
That's
kind of
pretty
regurgitates
sick.
all your talking points does not mean that Hassan Piker owes them a single
Sick.
penny. The reason why Hassan is getting shit for this isn't just because, oh, she was watching a video defending Hassan. It's because Hassan implied that he was probably sending money.
It's a very pragmatic answer. But that is, I do like that. There's a massive, like, and do you know what I mean? This is all an allegory. Because there's like this massive thing where, like, and it have it in One Piece as well, where, like, there's like a character who's got some vendetta against the protagonist because of, like, something that their ancestors did. And it's just an allegory, I think. It's all about white people, like the Japanese, where it's like, we're trying to say, like, okay, yeah, the Japanese did do some really terrible shit, like during the war, but these aren't the same people now, and you shouldn't like hate them because of that. And it is important because it is kind of true, because it's like, and this is the problem we're having with like as a white person. It's just like I think white and Asian people, and I'm gonna be really specific what I mean by that, but we're talking like for Japanese and Chinese people, like the Asian countries which are like actually kind of self-sufficient and like. Do you know what I mean? Probably not.
People and didn't correct the record. When somebody says something along the lines of, if I do
Chunky.
donate, you
Chunky!
won't hear about it, that tells me they're probably going to donate, and they don't want the credit because they're too good for it.
Chunky!
He said that and then didn't donate. So the implication was that I think most people came away from that thinking, okay, he's going to contribute in some capacity. And that's why they're mad, right? Like that's funny. Just say, hey, look, I'm not like.
The bit when he said he was like, oh, if I donate, you wouldn't know. I was like, bullshit. Again, it's just utter garbage. Because this is the dude who would absolutely not gonna. He's not gonna like give someone like 10 grand. Just be like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. Like if you donated money to a charity, and this is just narcissism again, where it's like they're not really donating. Because a true faithful donation would be someone who doesn't want any credit. That's why, like, anytime you see any of these shitty videos where it's like a YouTuber is doing something humble, the only way that you would be able to find out about that, where they are allowed credit, in my opinion, it would be if someone else filmed them. If someone else was like, oh my god, I just saw Asmongold just walk into like a soup kitchen and just give like. Just spend this whole day just giving like everyone there like that's something where I'd be like, okay, that's really dope, because he's trying to do it, and he would be like, oh yeah, we're even wearing a disguise, and you know what's sad, it's like I feel like you used to have celebrities who do stuff like that. You'd hear about like again, because there'd be like Christian God-fearing old school white celebrities who would just be like, no, give back. But now I just feel like, none of these fucking like loser celebrities are going to do it. I'm sure they probably do, but again, it's like, if you kind of hear about it, they haven't. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like this is the paradox. Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I was very lucky.
If you're not going to, why not just say you're not going to outright? Why are you like dancing around that? Maybe he wasn't going to so far. I don't know. Yeah, but you know who actually really thinks this?
Limits, I break
one
them.
of our leftovers H3 posts tonight that we're going to be reading. Bad Empanada has published a lengthy response to Casey Tron's statement regarding Casey Tron's GoFundMe and her legal defense of Ethan Klein. 1. In 6 months of litigation, it's highly probable that most of the money raised is going to be spent on legal fees. Most, yes, not all. The settlement is stipulated that Ethan Klein would only receive what's left, which is probably only like $10,000. Not even enough to cover a tenth of his own legal fees. Again, I don't think this was about the money. You know what is left, though?
Yeah, it isn't. He's got fuck off money. Like, Teddy Fresh does very well. And it's like, I don't know. Okay.
Be nice. Yeah, I don't know anything that he would buy in that price range. I don't know if Ethan's like a Grand Seiko guy. Is Ethan like a Cartier? Does he need a Cartier Santos?
Oh, right.
Low for him. You can get a nice Oyster Perpetual for that price.
Whoa.
$10,000 is kind of entry level in terms of luxury watches. So I still think he should get a watch for every lawsuit. That was my thing. I think that he should get a watch for every
Yeah, I mean, that's
lawsuit
pretty cool.
after the person who beats.
I don't know. The problem is money is broken. That's the ultimate thing. It's just like money is broken. We're not giving money to the right people. It's horribly broken. I can't explain it. I mean, that probably sounds very like myopic, but at the same point, I think fundamentally most people agree that it is true. It's just people who start to like be at the top, you can just start to like distort things too much because you got too much like influence. And also, I don't know. not always spending it. I always think like the money should always be like in constant use. Do you know what I mean? Treat money a bit like a voucher, but then people probably will hate that. I don't know. It's just ultimately you just want everything to kind of be like a Star Trek utopia, where um there isn't really a thing called money, and like everyone isn't really got a job per se. You're just sort of like you're just living to kind of like benefit mankind in just some way, whether that's just being like just taking your time to just want to help like the more elderly people, for example, or you just want to be more of a scientist, or you just want to be more of a creative, and you just try and use like the gift of humanity, which is like using like the ability to make your own stuff, and you just got all the resources to kind of try and create something which maybe tells a story or just shows or creates art or because we don't need to worry about like the nitty gritty of the world, which is like the money side. You see what I mean? Because hopefully by that point, and like if you think about like Star Trek or Superman universe on his planet, it's like all that stuff's just being done. It's just like all the banking's all just being done by like AI and things, and all the it's just there isn't a thing for money. It's just if you want to go, if you're just in the Superman universe and like you want to go and have a McDonald's burger, you just don't really pay for it because it's just like it's just such in the future that McDonald's has just got to a point where they it's really difficult to explain. But it's like you're just not you just this is the point of civilization. It's just, we're supposed to be helping each other out, but we're not. We're using money as a tool to like crabs in a bucket, and just what's the point? What's the point? It's just I don't know.
Your donations have ensured that Ethan's attempt to ruin Casey Tron and her family's lives did not actually result in them losing a cent of their own money. I always thought this was getting fucking settled for. He just as easily could have kept going. I don't think there's anybody who thought Casey Tron was winning that lawsuit. So
Yeah, no one did.
I don't get the cope here. Is the cope that he didn't go and game end her or something, or like destroy her family for fun? Nice.
Ooh. Oh, I should have finished it.
Dude, I just saw a thumbnail of both of us in hell. That's awesome.
Yeah, look, and then like AB's in chat. This is just what I'm saying. The baying sheep. AB's in chat, man. Whoa, AB's in chat. Yeah, dude, AB's in chat. Yeah, but just think about it again. Like, who is AB? Why do people care? And who are the people who do care? These are the questions you need to ask. Like, do you think? Let's just say, do you think Super Saiyan 4 for Geo, his vote should be worth the same as Shaniqua? Give me that. The fat black woman who's like diabetes and racist. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's see if we can read some of my racist X comments. Probably been called a wignut. Wignut! I think the one that's like freaking Indians out the most is like there's a picture I've got which is like a picture just says Isnat and it says -1,000,000 and then you just got all these like Indians that cope and they're just like this doesn't even mean anything, dude. So I just repost it again because I think it does destroy them. I think they secretly they don't know, but I noticed that it does really work. If you just post that picture of like where you, it's just like this like red background. This is at minus 100 million ESAT execution date like now, and it's like obviously you gotta remember like how ESAT works. It's the same with these fucking Middle Eastern, and this is why the Middle Eastern societies haven't worked. Because like in Islam they've got like this whole conscript. So, I guess it is a conscript, really, but it's all talking about like how it's okay to lie, to use any tactics possible to push Islam to the infidels, or just people who are not Muslim. So there's like it's not, and taqiyya is like one of them. There's loads. There's like 6 different types of lying, and they all have like different benefits. And it's just once you've introduced that into like your religious scripture, there's just no way you can really ever have an argument with these people in good faith. Same with India. It's like once you know there's like some conscript called some concept called ESAT, which is some bullshit where it's like um if you talk foul of like a group, they're just allowed to like come out and say anything you want. Lying, fake evidence, doctored stuff, anything. They'll use anything they can. So if they're gonna like obviously they're gonna just say it's fake. Obviously they're gonna say that. Of course they will. The only real way you could approach it is if you like maybe they were like smart and they just said, "Oh, I do recognize that, but it's not something that's actually really used." Like that might work because like you're showing a humanity by accepting that it exists. But when you're just gonna sit there and just blindly just say like, and it's some no-face account, and you've got like some weird like Asian sounding name, and they're just saying like English is all fucked. They're probably like brown, and they're just like double-digit IQ, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Of course you're gonna say that. What? You're not gonna like say, yeah, you're right, white man. Thank you for making all this stuff. Thank you for making all the cricket and white women porn. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna get angry at you and call you a Wigner. They're angry. They're jealous, dude. They're jealous. But look, there's no poo everywhere here. It's nice. Yeah, the Wignot's gonna get angry, man. It's like you get all this bull. Like I'm reading my kick chat, and you just get like absolute garbage, and you just think I can just look at that and just tell it's boilerplate. What I mean by that is just it's obviously just like copy and pasted. It's just no one would ever talk like that, and these bots are just. I know obviously like they're not speaking English, and they're probably using AI to do it, but it's just no one talks like that. And this is just what I mean. The world's being held back because we're just trying to pull up fuckheads who don't really know, who can't be pulled up. And as a result, we're just sinking resources into just wasting it on like trying to prop up the third and second world. It's bullshit. It's a waste of time. Waste of money. We send so much money to Africa and we've done fuck all with it. Actual fuck all. It's just it's like over $1 trillion. It's so much money, gargantuan amount of money, and there's just nothing to show for it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Nothing to show for it.
I'm able to confirm that Hassan Piker did not donate a single cent to any of the 3 women that Ethan Klein is suing. Not publicly, nor privately. Ethan Klein targeted these women as proxies for Hassan, specifically because they do not have the financial means to defend themselves. His intention is to not win this case. It's simply to ruin them financially by forcing them to spend hundreds of thousands on legal fees. Hassan has the means to defend himself easily, so Ethan dares not touch him. To be clear, though, I think Hassan Piker's reaction to this video was like 8 hours long, and he didn't finish it. I don't know if Hassan is like a good example here. He did not watch the whole video, and he watched it for like 8 hours, and Ethan like expressly begged for him to watch it on stream. I think even if Hassan watched it for like the length, barely spoke, he probably could have gotten away with it because of the amount that Ethan begged for it to actually be on the screen. But the big takeaway here is that Bad Empanada once again is twisting the knife on Hassan Piker. We covered this back when it happened, but yeah, obviously they had a nice little divorce a couple of weeks ago. Actually, probably like close to a month and a half ago now. It's been a while, right? They had their little internet divorce, and it's over. Test. No.
Oh, zero dumb plan. Yeah, that's ironic, which is what I've been talking about. That's what I'm going to enact when I get into. I mean, if I get inspired, the zero dumb plan.
Oh, you didn't get your Prime sound yet. Thank you, fake name. I probably will add that in over the weekend. Yeah, so that's another thing right now. There's no love between Bad Empanada and Hassan. I think when we covered it, we went through the thread of Hassan's audience being like, I know this guy's...
Yeah, there is like actually something like kind of funny about that. Is that like I don't know really actually what I'm assuming he must be a Muslim. But it's just it's like funny when you get like 2 Muslims and they're just like they don't like each other. There's just that does surprise me because you just think like you just get like the Muslim Brotherhood where like they're just always gonna like be on each other's side because again it's like Ethan's a Jew, but there is like a sort of interesting integrity where like Bad Fanara is just like no he hates it. And I know like maybe that might be because I think Hassan isn't actually like a real Muslim. I know like I'm probably getting in trouble for saying that, but I sometimes like I have assumed he was, and like people have very quickly said to me he's not actually like a so maybe that's it. Like they just think, what?
Look, Pam, I know this guy's been targeting Ethan Klein, but he's been saying a lot of weird shit about Hassan, so maybe we cut our losses.
Is this supposed to, who is this supposed to be, Zach?
What's happening?
Why?
3, given the context, it's indefensible that Piker did not even help these women at all. He makes upwards of $10 million a year, holds many million in assets, and likely had substantial passive income from business ventures and investments. Helping these women would have been nothing for him, but it would have meant the world to them. It speaks volumes that he not only didn't donate any of his money, but didn't even run any fundraising streams for them. I like how he's talking about this in like past tense.
That's true.
There are 2 lawsuits that are currently actively going on. I don't know what the deal with that is. But also, even then, even if Casey Tron had $1 million at her disposal, I think she loses. I think that, like, this is based on the delusion that Casey Tron would win this lawsuit. I think that even if, like, Casey Tron and Ethan were doing a, like, the equivalent of one of those pack opening duels in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where everyone is pulling from the same pool.
What?
They have about the same assets. I'm pretty sure...
What is he talking about? He might be a genius, because I think... What, like that one episode where, like, they all have to open the same packs. Like, that happens in like, one episode of, like, Duel Monsters. So, yeah, if you're going to use that as an example, it's how niche. I mean, I'm allowed to say this because it's dog eat dog. Like, if Nick's gonna be like famous for just being a dickhead, then why can't I? Right? Oh, looks at my skin tone. Oh, but he is as well. Oh, he is ugly though. But I don't see why that I don't get for that. Again, it goes back to my thing. Like, why do we want to see like ugly people be famous? Like, who's benefiting from that? Do you want like your girlfriends? Like, you could watch you could watch me, like your girlfriend can like lust over me, and then you can watch me for like the funny jabs. So I'm gonna make funny racist jabs, and then your girlfriend can sort of like get horny over watching me, and you can bang her afterwards. I don't get it. I don't want to bang her. See what I mean? Why don't you want that? Why'd you rather have like Nicholas Dior being a fat wiggler, and speaking like he sounds like he's about 13 years old? Like that's the other thing where I've gone easy on it. But why is his voice like that? He hasn't got the rich, low, like, bass that I have, the sexy bass, which I know, like, intimidates, like, low T men. I'm sorry, like, I've got, like, a sexy Barry White voice. And women love it. You can tell me they don't, but they do. You probably don't like it because you're being insecure dude, but you probably do because you'll know that some of the best voice actors will be people who've got, like, nice, strong, like, male voices. They're not going to be like Nicholas Diorio's. Or people who sound like that more Pegasus guy. Him and his fans will gaslight you because they were part of the. No, sir. Indians have sexiest voice, sir.
Casey Tron loses. I don't know about Denims. I literally don't know. Denims is probably the only one that I guess even stands a chance. Why? But from what I've seen, Casey Tron and Frozen are fucked. Like, absolutely fucked. Hassan Piker claimed on his stream that if he donated to them, it would be in private. While he didn't outright say it, this nonetheless heavily implied that he was helping them financially behind the scenes.
Yes. Take this, Diccolo.
Empanado? And he's just so humble and didn't want to brag about it.
Ooh, he had a great facial animation.
This is not the only time.
That's what I mean. So the problem of this game is it's just like such a love-hate with me because it's just missing. It's like this je ne sais quoi that just kind of like doesn't make it a good game. It's like, sorry, and then like it's good. That's the problem. It's just very average, and this is what I hate. And I know why we're doing it, and I don't like it, and I can't. I mean, I've been talking about it already, but this is the truth. There's like 90% of the world is not white, and they're pretty. They don't expect a lot. So then you can just make stuff like this. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it because you know that the audience. So like, the haters will be like the smart, mostly white people, and they're all Asian people. But again, like, China doesn't really fuck with us. That's the only thing. Japan does, but again, I don't know. I don't get a lot of Japanese people who are like, because they don't normally like speak English. So you got the white haters who are just like, they always say like we're like the men who live in their mother's basement. So why is that? It's because the women are fucked. It's a feminism. You know, feminism. If I'm going to be serious, feminism is the main reason. Like Nicholas Diorio is doing what he's doing. If feminism didn't exist, and you know, Nick could have just met some like a sort of woman on his looks match who, there would be women out there, but the problem is just Nick can't win because he knows that like dating is just a broken economy for someone like him. He's going to be like, it's going to be very hard for him because, no offense, he's not like a. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like Pearl Davis does it with the women. I'm just going to say it's like he's not like the best looking dude. He's probably like 4 out of 10, maybe. If he lost the weight, maybe he could be 5, 6. So for him, he's really going to only have the kind of money and like power route. But that's the problem. Is that when you start dating women like that, you're always going to have in the back of your mind that they don't really love you because they actually find you sexually attractive. It's because of your, and then that is the actual truth. It's just women generally do still like find like men like they are shallow. They like there's like a type of dude that they'll get like really turned on to. And it's not going to be some Indian dude who's like a billionaire. I'm sorry. You can tell yourself that it is not. The women will just lie. They'll like cheat on. That's why women will cheat on you with like the pool boy. Because the pool boy will be like a sexy, like, Italian 20-year-old, like, stallion. Who's gonna, like, have a six-pack and, like, yeah, look like Gogeta. It's not gonna, and the wife's gonna be, like, some, like, yeah, like Sophie Vergara, like, woman who's just gonna be, like, the husband's just gonna be, like, always out of town. Because he's probably, like, rich, or just not even faithful anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what we're just noticing. It's like a lot of these Indian dudes, like, they got a fucking comedian. They're just like, their wives are just openly just not attracted to them. So good. I'm just done with your shit, man.
That he privately donates to left-wing organizations and charities, and that no one will ever know about it because he doesn't do it for clout. Given that he did not actually do so in this case, his supposed private financial support of these causes should also be questioned, which is shockingly reasonable for Bad Empanato, who, by the way, is still a tremendous piece of shit with absolutely zero fucking redeeming qualities.
Yep.
5, it's absolutely not true that Hassan Piker could get in legal trouble or cause the defendants legal trouble if he donated. There are no laws, civil or criminal, against covering other parties' legal fees unless they are designated terrorists or sanctioned, which he is absolutely not. This talking point was basically invented by Hassan's superfans as a roundabout way to rationalize his greed. Thank you guys so much. So, this is an interesting narrative conundrum for the Leftovers H3 subreddit, because they're all like to die for Hassan Piker fans, but they've also swept for Bad Empanada for the better part of the year.
Yeah, it's funny.
And Bad Empanada, by all intents and purposes, is right. Like in this 5-part fucking post that was posted on his YouTube channel, he is correct. So I'm wondering, what are we gonna? Oh, that's not very positive. 274. And 58 upvotes. Ooh, okay. So this is a bit of a battlegrounds post on the subreddit here.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying again. It's like, you just don't care about ratios because you have no fucking clue. If you're just doing ratios about randos, it could be anyone. This is what I'm saying. It's like, we've just been lied to. The biggest lie mankind has ever been said is that every single person's soul and life and opinion is worth the same. It's not. It's really, really not. So who cares if you get ratioed? And it could even be botted, for God's sake. And these are like the biases that people just fall for. So even he's falling for it. He's like, oh, look how dicey it is. It's like, we have no idea who's liking that. The one of the worst things that X did was when they removed the function to be able to actually look who likes stuff. I used to love using that because I used to just screenshot like all the things and just be like, who's black people? Just like every time it's like, it'd be like some white guy gets stabbed by a black person, and like some black person would write a comment, which would just be like really egregious, and just be like, that whitey probably deserved it. And it'd get like, somehow it's got like 70 likes. And you look at the likes, and it used to be just like, yeah, just before like a black guy smoking a spliff or something, and then some black guy drinking lean, and some fat black woman with like 2 like fat black kids.
I'm not used to seeing that. Yeah, Denim's face, Ethan IG story in support of Bad Empanada 3.
Alright, I mean,
Hassan has donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to left-wing causes before. This is open knowledge at this point. Bad Empanada is being a contrarian. Again,
he's being a contrarian.
Yeah, if you're saying that you do stuff in private and you get caught not doing something that you're kind of implying that you're doing, it's worth questioning. It's not. He's not calling Hassan Piker a fraud. This is like the Creator Clash shit all over again, right? Creator Clash was not like fraud. Creator Clash 2 per se, right? When Anise is like, they investigated us. It's like, good. Any charity event that raises a fucking $1 million and then makes no money the next year in the negatives, right? People are going to be asking questions, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, he's right.
Especially when It's
I mean, I could do mine. You know, like sometimes when you see those videos where it's like they're like 3 or 4 hours long, I just sometimes think, why the fuck? I probably could generally do it just off the cusp. If you just like stuck this in front of me and I had a motivation to do it, I could probably give you quite a succinct reason to like what I dub's life. Like, I think there's like a level of autism that I possess where I'm just obsessed with like human psychology. I suppose. I know that's a really like lame thing to say. But for me, it's like I don't really care about money, and I don't care about status and stuff like that. Because I don't really care about like what other people think of me, and I think those are two things that are kind of just like I've got enough to do by what I need. But I don't need to like do anything else. So I don't really desire to go to any particular countries. To be fair, the only country like I was like sort of on the cusp about wanting to visit is Japan, but I don't even want to visit there anymore because I've heard it's just like fucked. So until they've got their shit together, I don't want to go back there. I've done America. Again, the only like other city in America that I probably would want to visit would be New York. But I'm not going to New York again. It's just, especially like, well, but you see what I mean? It's like it's so crazy because you know next year like it'll be 26. It'll be the 25th anniversary of 9/11. You're gonna have Mandana. You just be there. And he's gonna have to like say some bullshit. Yeah, look, it's so like I've lost a so that guy was watching me for like a good amount of time. He's like, this is too much. Now he started bringing up Mandani. Fuck this motherfucker. So, yeah, again, this is who's watching the streams. It's not going to be like white people like me. White people like me are going to have families. They're going to have good opportunities. They're going to go and have a nice roast now because it's going to be Muslims who live in like bombed out houses. It's like this is they put these guys on. And this is like they have Asmongold on. That's fun for them.
It seems like the event did similar money. They just spent way more, right? Yeah, it's a good thing they investigated you. I'm glad they found nothing. But it's good they investigated you. I would hope that they would want to do
Is it
that.
really
Like,
lolly?
it felt like fraud. I get you. Like, he has hundreds of thousands of public donations already. Oh, in public donations. I thought he donated $100 100,000 times. How does Bad Empanada confirm or prove point 2? He's in the comments saying it's true unless Hassan denies it. He's pulling the Ethan shit. Holy fuck, I did not know Bad Empanada was a Zionist. Sorry, I meant...
Whoa. Oops. Yeah, it just seems to be getting choked out by where's Goku. Oh, I don't like what is this fucking coat he's got? I don't like the color scheme. I just don't. I don't like his like fucking green coat. Like, what is that? Is it ever explained? I don't know. I just didn't like New Broly. Right? I'm just gonna say it. I liked OG Broly more. I'm not gonna conform to the Indians and the black people and say I really loved New Broly 'cause I didn't. Like I liked. I don't know. Nah. So it's like it just makes you think, does it? It's like, is that how strong? Look. What do I do?
Three parentheses next to them. I agree with Bad Empanada on most things, but watching him turn into another fuck Hassan guy has been puke emoji. Ethan sued this woman as a means to get to Hassan. Ethan wants Hassan to donate to these women as a means to get his money.
Yeah.
I am not reading into... Dude, this is so crazy.
Yeah, this is what the
Because
Muslims
like
do.
3 days ago, they were like, Ethan.
And this is the problem because I don't even like when like someone like Nick would then just like play the devil's advocate. I mean, how do you know it's an Indian man? You see what I mean? Say, well, it's not. I'm just going to assume it is because how about you prove to me it's not? Because I'm probably just likely right because anecdotally, just how many more Indians there are going to be who are using Reddit than there are white people. Like, there's just gonna be loads of them because this is what they do. It's all part of ESAs, and it's just why like the internet's cursed. Until we can only have like white Christian people using it, we're not gonna develop because they're all just gonna like use it in some fucking deranged manner to just make themselves look like they're the best, and it's just we just know they're not, but they just do anything. Like they lie about the results they get in their fucking GCSE or SAT results. Yeah, and it's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. They're all just like scamming liars. Oh, okay, I see.
Asking this woman, her disabled family are gonna be on the streets. And then Hassan's like, yeah, I'm not donating to them.
Yeah.
And they're like, listen, this is her battle to fight, okay? She's like a battleground state, but there's nothing we can do about it. You know, it's not like we can go in there and vote, right? 3 days ago, it's, oh my god, this monster is gonna send disabled women to the Shadow Realm, and now it's like, yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck him, Ian didn't help him, fuck him. I mean, Hassan didn't help him, fuck him. They switched up so
Fuck
they
'em.
don't have any positions, dude.
That's Cuffin's new name.
They're
Fuck 'em.
like fucking- They're like rag dolls.
Fuck
dude.
'em.
So we get at Bernie's here with these zombie fans, these fallen fans.
Ooh.
He's just saying shit at this point. Like, dude, you're not all-knowing. How on earth would Bad Empanada be able to confirm something Hassan didn't?
Ooh. Losing Mosaics.
Private? I don't think he's saying definitively.
Saw.
Donated ever. Actually, what the fuck is even with him basically blaming Hassan for Ethan's actions? Like, we know Ethan was attacking these women to try to get to Hassan, but it's weird as fuck to then act like it makes Hassan responsible to take care of it. Again, it's not Hassan's responsibility. Up until he implies that he did. Then people are gonna, like, be mad about it. Yeah, that's, like, totally rational. Why would you not be mad about it if you thought somebody did because they went, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge? Maybe. You're like, of course.
Hey, kid, catch.
Oh no! This guy's a fucking idiot. He's literally doing the same thing that Ethan is doing by using these women as proxy to attack Hassan. It's not. Is it not kind of fucked up and extortionate to expect a guy who's ultimately unrelated to these lawsuits outside of Ethan's deranged obsessions with him to privately bankroll 3 separate lawsuits simultaneously, whether he can afford to or not? Source, trust me, bro. How come nobody had these comments when he was, like, implying he did donate? Nobody was in there like, yeah, maybe he shouldn't do this. It's kind of fucked up that he's doing this. If Hassan had donated publicly or even a huge chunk anonymously, Ethan would never ever stop ever. He would sue every left-wing creator just so Hassan would have to donate. Guys, I feel like we're kind of all ignoring.
No.
He sued these people because he thinks he can win. If the lawsuit was frivolous, they probably would have raised more money.
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter.
Because I don't even think the people who like these YouTubers thought that Casey Tron was winning shit. I think that most people saw this as like the equivalent of an
Dick just started viciously licking my ass. Sorry, that was just racist. Oh, Willy Boo. That's probably okay.
That's force.
New outfit, big fella.
This whole thing, it's the original. I've seen.
Honestly, all wasps are either gross or super creepy. Like there is over 500,000 plus species of parasitic wasps.
What?
I've come to the conclusion that at all
Yeah, they got some fucking obsession with bees and shit.
They knew the funds were going to the Ethan Defense Force. Okay.
So what happens when you hang with Indians?
Yeah, dude, Mike from PAs is out here trying to create like fucking.
Oh,
None of
balls.
this is even real. Any responsible analysis of how much the lawsuits advanced in the trial process would indicate that all of the GoFundMe money was spent on legal costs. Ethan is trying to get you to refund your donation so Casey owes him money. Don't fall for it. This is like so fucking hilarious because I saw the thread. I think it's gone now, or if it isn't, I think we covered last stream, but I'll just paraphrase what it was. They're like, now that Ethan's getting all the money, we should charge back. The only problem with that is if they are somehow able to do that, which I can't even imagine is possible at this stage of the game, if they are able to charge back on the account, that would literally just mean that Casey then owes money again. So they're just like, fuck Casey Tron. Oh, she's gonna help Ethan. That's fine.
Go on.
Charge back, charge back, charge back. That's crazy.
Got him. Just cracked his head open like a melon. That's how you do things on input stream. I'm sure black people tell me I'm wrong, but that's alright. Oh, you little bastard. There you go. How's that even fair? I'm not even allowed to win that. Like, what the fuck is happening?
That is absolutely fucking crazy.
What the fuck is happening, mate?
Now you're not in chat.
Oh, just blocked him, dude. Oh, get him, Nicholas the Dickhead. Get him, Nicholas the Dickhead. Block him, baby. If anyone wants to throw shit at me, you can. I'm just telling you that now, but I'll throw shit back at you. I'm not like Nicholas the Dickhead. I'm not gonna like just block you like a little freak. How dare you insult me? My Indian fans and my EZAD will definitely hate this. And no one's ever like makes fun of him for it. For some reason, like he's always just like his Indian fans go, "No, sir, it is fine to just block your fans because But like, what they don't realize is, in general, like, if someone does that to me, like, I'll tell you who did it to me. Chud Logic did that. I immediately just never. I'm not gonna be in your. I'm not gonna be in your chat. If you're gonna be like a fucking loser and block me because me, some rando in your chat, has just said something that's. I'm sorry. Like, you don't deserve my time. That's literally what it is. That's how it should be. But the only people who don't think that are Indians and black people. Alright, it's dinner time, so you can kiss my large ass. Actually, maybe not. Not maybe. You'll have to wait for a bit. That's exactly the question you asked. Is if India's so great, why is everything covered in poo? Why is everything always covered in poo? If you can answer that question, I'll take it back, but you can't, because you know I'm right. Ma'am? If you have a bunch of idiots who just, like, will say anything to lie to get into your country, guess what they'll do? They're going to tell you that it doesn't smell like poo. They're going to tell you that everything's the best. They're going to tell you that India is the safest and most best place ever. It's not. It's full of, like, dong. Everyone loves poo. Everyone eats poo. They'll show you a few clips of white guys eating poo, but they're, like, clinically insane in this country. But these people aren't. That's why I'm teaching my kids. If they're brown, don't listen. Or black. Oh. The darker they are, the more they'll lie. God gave us that, like, God taught us a really safe method of knowing who lies. And it's those who, like, have no brain. Ma'am? No, I'm gonna give this guy something to really think about. Ma'am?
Latency.
Ma'am? Right, one more, and then I gotta go make dinner. Agree about saying ma'am. Oh, okay, I guess I could do it. Ma'am? Should I? Should I? See what I mean? Like, if I was smart, I'd have made it, and I would have just said, like, add on all characters. But no, you go, like, it's bullshit. Okay. Who's gonna fight? So it's gonna be Boo, isn't it? Mr. Satan. Why wouldn't he give you infinite more? That's why I don't understand. Alright. Let's watch more Nicholas the Dickhead. Oh, I mean, there's a new, like, more Pegasus I could joke off to this guy. Welcome back to a series so electric, Dickheaded subscribes.
Welcome back to a series.
Yes!
Even Dave Clancy subscribed in today's video. Queen of Losers, Pokimane is back.
That's what the Indians do, watching that.
Insufferable. She looks looks at a clip of a son abusing his dog and instantly skips the video and blames her mom.
I was gonna drink every time he brings up, every time there's like a SpongeBob character, I'm gonna take a drink, right? I think we all deserve that. We all deserve to know how fucked
Why
it is.
she's suddenly really into celibacy? 30 years old, by the way. She's advising...
Well, there was one there. I mean, I don't know how many times this dude's got laid. I'm willing to put my stake on the line. Again, I have kids, but I'm sure he'll convince me he still slept with more people. I mean, I literally have kids, so I've got absolute definitive proof I've slept with people. He doesn't. He might have some, like, bullshit anecdotes, but... kids is a great way of knowing that you're not a virgin. I'm just saying.
people to be true to themselves,
Just,
coming from the fakest person ever.
This is what I'm saying. It's like, this is the meme. This is the meme. It's like, let me tell you how your country is and how it includes me in it. It's literally, this dude, and he doesn't understand it. He's from Singapore. He looks like an Indian guy. And he's got the gall to like tell, like, yeah, even if they are like the worst people, and maybe he is right. I don't care. It's just like, why is there someone doing that? It's a bit like fetishizing as well. Like, just fucking like, why can't you just have people who look like you and just like talk about neon or talk about I don't know, some Singapore person. I'm sure you guys got loads of culture. Why do you have to like lower yourself to this? Yeah, you enjoy it. I don't care. Well, fine. But just don't have this like. Yeah, look, exactly.
Back announcing TwitchCon 2026 already. Absolutely shameless.
Oh, there was SpongeBob.
Responded advising everybody not to go for their own safety. Twitch has been exposed for secretly running ads on Asmon's channel and not...
Yeah, look, exactly. Again, and he would love Asmongold because again, it's like he's like the useful Wignut. He doesn't want like someone attractive to be like, because then he'll lose out on girls because like he can't be like, look, dude. I mean, Asmongold's famous, so you don't need to be good looking to have a good hot woman. This is the psyops. They don't want that. They want to have like the losers and the retards to be like famous because then it's easier for them to get women. This is the psyops. This is actually the psyops. You're thinking I'm fucked, but this is it. Whoops. What happened there? Why did I lose both my energy?
Stable Ronaldo from FaZe is calling out Twitch for their insane...
Who cares? Who is this brown guy? Who cares? Like, Stable Ronaldo, who is he? Why has he got the name of someone who's famous? Ronaldo.
Viewbot problem ruining the platform. He claims RICO cases are being built and things are about to get legal. People have exposed their friends viewbotting and the absurd prices in...
What? I'm just getting fucked. Yeah, this is crazy.
Subscribe or you gotta attend TwitchCon 2026. Your call.
Again, users like, yeah, well, why? Dude, just fucking get off my culture's dick. No one wants to hear your like shitty take. Or maybe your people do, but I don't care. No one with any intelligence or integrity does care. Like, again, you might brag your money. I don't care about what your money is. I'm talking about like what your ancestors did. Like, my ancestors built the whole of this country, dude. Fought in World War II. If we didn't win World War II, you wouldn't even be here, dude. You wouldn't even be able to make your stupid little video. You would have been exterminated. That's the truth. And they know that. They know that we have the ability to do that as well. They know. They're scared. It scares him. Now let's begin. Because he knows his low T people are here, and then there's no benefit.
Now, last time
Look at him. Look at his little hat. He's got more furniture now. He's actually got like a little. He's got like a wardrobe. So this is the thing. He's like he brags about how rich he is, but do you see what I mean? He's probably like rich, like from his perspective. He's probably like he made like. Do you see, this is what I mean. It's like even if you are rich, you're like again you're an Indian and you're like living in Singapore. Great, absolutely great, dude. When you come here and you go try and I'm sure you could probably find yourself. But like I said, she won't really love you. She'll just use you for money, and then she'll cheat on someone like me, and then we'll both enjoy your money because she'll like just divorce your ass. So go for it, dude. I'm fine with that.
Fired her staff or restructured because they postponed the Hassan podcast episode. This episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear. It caused drama, and also posted a statement without my approval. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure, which means fire her employees for doing this. Now, this was when Hassan got caught shocking his dog, and his PR was actually super bad.
And it's like you can tell his fans are retarded because like, he just has to keep bringing it up. It's all the time. And I noticed that with American TV when I used to like binge watch fucking like I don't know Heroes, and it's just like previously on AMC, and you just have to like hear like. And I get it, like fine. I suppose that's a week ago. But fucking, like, how many... Who doesn't know about his fucking dog? But he has to keep doing it, because there's probably these Indian fans just don't understand. They're great, they're like 80 IQ. They just don't... They can't remember, like, probably, like, beyond... Like, I had friends who were, like, 100 IQ, and they could not really remember much that, like, they did about a week ago. So I could probably understand, yeah, if you're, like, 80 IQ, or, like, yeah, you're probably just... gonna struggle to kind of like remember shit. Too busy scamming Westerners and trying to pay for OnlyFans.
So Pokimane staff was literally just trying to help her and support her by not having this controversial guest on, especially at this time. And Pokimane decided to punish
So yeah,
her.
we got Jeet telling us about a Moroccan woman, telling us about a Turkish man who lives in America. So you see what I'm saying? It's like this is beautiful. I love this. It's just really good. It's just exactly what I want. Yum 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 yum. Do you remember when Oliver Cromwell he had to do this? Oliver Cromwell was like constantly having to like compete against the Prince of Persia, whose dad just owned like loads of like jewels. So just like he was rich, so he could just pay to like have his like simpleton fans just like love him because he's a G. See what I mean? It's crazy. Oh boy, I'm gonna die. Is he dead? I don't think he's dead.
For literally looking out for her. And now we know why. Here we got a clip where she got sent a clip of Hassan yanking his previous
Dick Spurt Joe.
This is how she reacts. Pokimane accidentally gets sent
Yeah, look, Yeet, his favorite. Yeet.
Skips it.
I think he's blocked me because I think like I used to go on Yeet and I used to like crop his face out and I used to just put it on like some funny memes because he actually included me in one of his episodes. And then I think he's like very quickly realised because I think he uses everyone does every like big they just use a like a Smurf account and I think I know who his is and I basically just admit it. I just don't really respect people. All right, guys.